distinguished audience. I could recognize few. The ex-CMD Consar is here. Then Mr. A.K. Gupta, who was earlier with the railways, he is there. So I have got a small presentation. Today I was very busy and had some very hectic schedule, and from some meeting I just came and then I was asked to speak on this. So basically, the role of RVNL, the railway infrastructures, the logistics infra, I would be covering on these topics. Now, you must be aware about Rail Vikas Nigam Limited. It is a basically public sector listed company, and we keep on saying that it is a company which has got the strength, the authority, the trustworthiness of the government sector, and the efficiency of a private sector. It has got a proven track record. It has delivered in the past, and last 13 years it has been rated excellent, outstanding by Department of Public Enterprises. Now, if you compare with other infra PSUs, probably it is the best PSU. So we have given the slogan that RVNL in us you trust. So you can see the turnover graph. 23-24 figures are missing. 23-24 it was 22,000, touching 22,000 for the turnover, and the PAT was 1,500 crores. So with this background, I will start. So basically, it is an infrastructure creating organization. Earlier, we were executing only the railway infrastructure projects. Now, we are not limited to the railway infrastructures. Rather, we are executing all kinds of infrastructures, and not limited to India. We have already opened offices in 5 countries. So it is a transition from the role of the contract manager to the role of the contractor, and from the local rail infra to the global all infra. So the brief scope of this presentation is that infrastructures, railway infrastructures, logistics, about RVNL, the financial strength of the company. It is a 100% debt-free company, project delivery, the mega projects, and then we are diversifying. So I would be covering few slides on the Vande Bharat train sets, the manufacturing vertical. So the first thing which comes to the mind, what do you mean by infrastructures? So we calculate the benefit by cost ratio, we calculate the IRR, we calculate the debt service coverage ratio, but it has got some intangible benefits, and that is explained it here.
और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर यानी तेज विकास, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर यानी लोगों के जीवन में आसानी, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर यानी व्यापार कारोबार में आसानी, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर यानी.
So what it says that the infrastructures, it is not only the creation of infrastructures, it makes our life easy. Then there is an opportunity of having more business. So we all know about the railways in India, that how the capex has been, and then what is the total network. So I'll be covering few slides on this. So we have got huge vision of 2047. We are already in a transition from the Atmanirbhar Bharat to the Viksit Bharat, and the logistic market in the country is more than $200 billion. So you can imagine the kind of logistic infra which are going to be in place in time to come. We are presently 38 positions, the logistic performance index. The logistic cost is around 16% to the economy, and worldwide the standard is 8%. This is basically these figures are slightly old. So basically the modal share is now 74% by road and 26% by the rail. Now, if you see what are the advantages, I'll go back. If you see the cost part and the carbon emission part, a lot of advantages are there for the railways. If you see the carbon footprint, it is much better if you transport any cargo to the rail transport. Now, this is very interesting. See, in 1951, we had a total traffic of around 73 million tons, and that time the modal share was 88%. Today it has become 74%, and we are transporting around 1591 million tons. So you can imagine that there is a shift. Now, as I said earlier, that carbon emission, the logistic cost, what makes it that we should have more and more railway infrastructures in time to come. And that is why this government's logistic policy is in place. The capex, there has been a thrust. In 2013-14, it was 58,000 crores. Now we are talking about 2.6 trillions. We are not only doing the infrastructures in the country, we are globally, the country is working on this global infrastructures. So the priority is basically we had to achieve the 3,000 million tons from 1,591 million tons, and the basically PM's Gati Shakti vision and then NRP National Rail Plan says that by 2030 we should have the ready-made infrastructures to cater the demand for the 2047. So now coming back to the Rail Vikas Nigam Limited, it is a relatively young, vibrant company and started operations in 2005 and we got Navratna last year and it has been rated AAA with outlook stable. So we are involved in the full project life cycle and we have also formed the PPP models. It was earlier 100% dedicated to the Indian Railways. Now we are doing all kinds of projects. As I said, we are the trailblazers in this PPP models and we have commissioned 5 number of special purpose vehicles. It has generated revenue to the extent of more than 1 lakh crores without a single paisa investment by Ministry of Railways, Government of India. The focus of the Government of India is that we should strengthen this diamond quadrilaterals because it carries a lot of traffic. 16% of the route carries more than 50-55% of the traffic. And in those corridors, we are also part of augmenting the traffic. These are some of the financials that in last 11 years, it is 10 times. The profit is around 2.5 times. The CAGR of the various financial parameters, whether it is the earning per share, net worth, PAT, all grows between 16 to 20%. So these are the various PSUs who are creating infrastructures in the country, whether it is railways or other than railways, then you can see that how we stand in terms of the turnover, in terms of the PAT, in terms of the market capitalization. So you can see that how this RVNL has evolved over a period of time. Now, if you see the perception, market perception, this is also known as a blue chip infra company, which has given a lot of return from the investor's point of view. Now, if you see the comparative movement of the shares, a lot of data are there, statistics are there. You can see that how it has behaved and why it is so popular among the investors. And this is a small clip. So.
They have no capacity and capability to implement the type of project development is required. Even other PSUs, they will have a lot of time to develop themselves to come up to the level of RVNL as far as railway infrastructure project is concerned.
So this is a small clippings. Basically, it was given by the then ex-CRB. As I said, what is the aim of the project implementation? This is a speech, beautiful speech.
निर्धारित बजट में होनी चाहिए, हो सके तो समय भी बचना चाहिए, धन भी बचना चाहिए और काम उत्तम होना चाहिए.
Why I wanted to present here is that what is the aim and motto of project implementation, that it has to be done in time, there should be less time overrun, less cost overrun, it should be orderly in terms of the quality and safety, it should have the dispute free, and then you'll have to satisfy the customers. We have, as I said, we have got the proven track record. We have already commissioned more than 16,000 kilometers of infrastructures, and we have commissioned and handed over more than 150 projects to Ministry of Railways after completion and commissioning. So we are contributing around 30% of all the railway infrastructures in a year. So these are the important benchmarks of the projects which we have commissioned in the past, or some of the projects which are still going on. So some of the pictures are there, and we have commissioned more than 18 number of turnkey projects which will be meant for basically manufacture and maintenance of the various kinds of locomotives and rolling stocks, and all have been done in very tight time program, and it has got a 3D approach. We keep on saying that it has got the design, develop, and dedicate. So this is a part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat, and we have been very successful in this. So these are some of the pictures which have been completed and commissioned by RVNL. So we can see that how we have executed these 18-20 turnkey projects. And this is the Marathwada Rail Coach Factory, and here we are going to basically manufacture the Vande Bharat trains. This is a long 4.62 long bridge which was constructed in backwater of Kerala. This is a tunnel which was constructed in 25 months, right from the start of the concept, design, and execution. This is a cable stayed bridge which was constructed over a busy yard, and the erection was completed in 197 days. This is the Pamban Bridge which we are constructing, and it is part of the 100 days program of the Honorable Prime Minister. So you can see the structure we are constructing, the massive structure, you can see the towers, the lift span. This Rishikesh Karnaprayag project is another flagship project where in last 1 year we have completed more than 65 kilometers of tunneling following all the standard international standards. We are using the TBM for the first time in the Himalayan geology. This is the rail cum road bridge. We are executing metro projects in 7 cities now. So this is a metro projects in Calcutta, Blue Line. This is the Purple Line of Joka Mazarhat. This is the first of its kind a metro station in Purple Line in Calcutta, which has been commissioned. Indore Metro was the first project which we secured through the bidding, and I'm happy to inform that the trial was made within 18 months of award of the work, which involved right from the design, concept, approvals, and execution. This is a Indian Railway Institute of Financial Management buildings, state-of-art building. This is the rail over rail bridge. Coming back to this Vande Bharat, you must be aware about this. We have got a contract of 120 train sets, and these are the mock-up is almost ready. It is now under inspection. The proposed external color scheme, you can see how it will look from the inside. So these are some of the pictures from the academic point of view. And see, we have transitioned from the role of the contract manager to the contractor, and from global rail infra from local rail infra to global all infra. And this new role is not that easy. It is full of turbulence, but we have transitioned well, and hope that in time to come we will continue to grow. And the path ahead is not that good, but we are fully prepared for the challenges. So this is the last slide. I have got 1 minute, 2 minutes left. So what I want to say is that what is the focus of this company, that bid hard, will try to get many contracts, not limited to India and not limited to the railway infrastructures. Then once we get the order, then there are different clients. Earlier we were having only one client, just like a basically secured pond, a swimming pool. Now we are in the ocean where the risks are also there. So the idea is that we should bid hard, we should get the work, implement it successfully, and contribute more to the country. So people keep on asking how you are going ahead, what is the timeline, so when are you bidding, when are you getting this work. So what I want to say is,
यही समय है, सही समय है, भारत का अनमोल समय है। कुछ ऐसा नहीं जो कर न सको, कुछ ऐसा नहीं जो पा न सको। तुम उड़ जाओ, तुम जुट जाओ, सामर्थ्य को अपने पहचानो,
so basically he is addressing to the nation, but it was very much applicable to RVNL. And I was given a slot of around 15 minutes, and I have tried to cover all the slides. Since morning I had 4 or 5 meetings, and whatever presentation I thought I should make for this forum, I have made it. We have got very beautiful anthem that हम भारत का स्वर्णिम कल हैं, बात नहीं इतिहास की, राहें दुर्गम पर हम सक्षम, हम हैं गति विकास की. Thank you very much for patience listening and hearing. Thank you very much.
We have a gentleman right here. I think, sir, you can go ahead first and then ma'am will come to you.
All right, sir, good evening. My question is that you said that you've opened offices,
Close.
five offices overseas. 5 overseas offices, you said.
Okay, okay.
So what kind of projects you're kind of
See,
bidding for?
I have understood this. See, the first overseas project which we got is in Maldives, and that was not a typical railway project. It was a project related to the marine works, and I'm very happy to inform that in 4.5 months we could reclaim a land from 1.5 hectare to 22.5 hectares. That was the pace of the work, and the profit margin was more than what we used to get from the projects on nomination basis. So this is one project. We are doing some solar projects. We are in the transmission lines, overseas projects I am talking about. We are trying to bid in so many other projects in so many other countries until unless it is not announced and we become L1. I may not be able to disclose that, but we are working seriously. We have signed so many MOUs and uh, all kinds of infrastructures, whether it is solar, whether it is transmission lines, whether it is road projects. And typically, we are having the strength of the typical railway infrastructure projects. Metro segments, we had actively participated in Mauritius Metro. Somehow that particular tender got cancelled. Otherwise, we were very keen in that. Then Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, we are working some projects in Sri Lanka. Bangladesh, we are participating. And there are so many. See, the idea is that the funding arrangement should be all right. When I talk about the funding arrangement means whenever you are going to some other country, you'll have to make sure that whatever money you are putting in a project, you must get it back and you must get some earning and profit. So with those criteria, we are spreading our wings and we have established 5-6 offices. And the first project was the Maldives projects, and subsequently we have already got some few projects on solar projects, transmission line projects. It is already there in the public domain. You can go through the investor section of the website and you will find the details of those projects.